Hello, friends, and welcome to Brotherly Love Gaming, the show where two brothers talk through the past, present, and future of our lives in gaming. My name is Alex, and with me today is my brother Spence.
What's up, guys?
So today we're going to be focusing on the future aspect of the channel because on the same day, Microsoft and Sony announced some new things. We got the official confirmation and specs, details, whatever information you want on the Xbox One S all digital. And we also got the first look at specifications for the future PlayStation model, which does not have an official name, but everyone's just calling the PS5 because numbers, we're assuming that's what it's going to be called. So that's what we're going to talk about, starting with the Xbox One S all digital edition. And the fact that I don't think we're really happy about it right now. Xbox One sad is how I've been seeing people call it, because the S all digital. Like, how did nobody in their marketing team notice that? But
that's actually really funny.
The Xbox One S all digital, first of all, is more expensive than I expected it to be. I really thought they were going to do like 200 even. It's 250. And as many people pointed out, like if you wanted to get an Xbox One S today, you could just go to Best Buy and they have the One S with the Division 2 brand new game for $250, and it comes with a disc drive, and it's still a one terabyte hard drive. So like, are they going to just put this thing $50 cheaper every time the One S normal mode is on sale too? Like, or are they really honestly thinking that like these three games that they're adding add so much more value, that it's, well, that's obviously what I should do instead of getting a normal One S,
And the thing about that is, I don't know about it's pronounced Forza, by the way, if you didn't know.
Forza.
Yes, they literally tweeted it out and they were like, by the way, it's Forza, in case you were wondering, like maybe like 2 months ago. I was like, wait, what? My life has been a lie. So Forza Horizon, I don't know if that's on Game Pass, but Sea of Thieves is on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
So like people who already have Game Pass, that game is worthless.
Right.
Like there's no reason to even like, if you want Sea of Thieves, there's no reason to go get that.
Well, I think Minecraft is on it too, isn't it? Like, it's not.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure that was. I'll have to double check.
But like if you're gonna play Minecraft, chances are you already have it.
Yeah, like that game's been out for a decade.
Yeah, like like it's available on all consoles, literally all consoles. Like if you wanted to play Minecraft, chances are you already have
it. Yeah.
So to advertise this with Minecraft, a game that you can have through Game Pass, which if you already have Game Pass, that's probably the reason you're getting the Xbox One. Sad. And like Forza, really, like you couldn't have picked any other game. Like not everybody's into racing games,
Right.
Like at least with Minecraft, that's like a wide variety. Like a lot of people like it. It's very well received, but like Forza and Sea of Thieves, they really are pushing Sea of Thieves, even though it like kind of flopped.
Right. Yeah. Like that was sort of my thing, was like, I know that they own it. It's a Rare game, isn't it? So like they own it. Obviously.
Let me look it up.
Well, for me personally, like none of those games appeal to me at all. So like I'd rather they give me like just a voucher for any random. I'd even probably prefer Crackdown 3, which I know a lot of people didn't like. But I'd probably want to play that before I play any of those things.
It is a Rare game, by the way.
I mean, I noticed when I went back into it that they sort of snuck in at some point that's going to include a quote unquote special offer for Game Pass. But like from what I could find, there was no information about what that is going to be. So like my thing from the beginning was like, if you
it's got to be cheap.
If you could make this cheap, $200 was sort of like that is no more than that, which they messed up. And include some kind of like Game Pass incentive, a year worth of it free or whatever. Like I would maybe have went there, because there are just so many Game Pass games, and they're adding more all the time. But I just like right now I can't imagine like who is this for, because like to me there's literally no reason for me to not just want to go out and buy the regular 1S right now and then subscribe to Game Pass,
Right.
So I don't know if because they also at the same time announced that they're going to be doing a bundle service from now on with Xbox Live and Game Pass together. So part of me wonders if they were like, because of that, they didn't want to just give Game Pass away with this thing, like they're trying to push people towards getting the all-in-one subscription. But
Right.
like, you're sort of diluting your own brand, I guess, in a way by doing that,
Yeah.
because I really think that, like when this was we talked about it, months ago when it was first rumored, like my thing was like, oh, this is a Game Pass console. They're gonna they're probably selling it at a loss anyway because Microsoft sells consoles at a loss. And maybe by now they're able to make money on it. It's been a couple of years, but like if they're pushing the Game Pass subscriptions so much, clearly that's like where they can make money. A constant revenue service. Give people just like a cheap freaking box and let them just get their Game Pass games on it. Let them go crazy.
The other problem with it is, we talked about this earlier, is the storage size.
Yeah.
Like I have the regular Xbox One. I think it's either 500 gigs or 1 terabyte. I don't remember which one. I genuinely don't, but it's consistently full.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and that's including Game Pass. That's including my disc games. I don't think 1 terabyte is enough to house an only digital
Right.
gaming console.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely strange. But my whole thing about it is they're just trying to get people on board with Xbox. It's not necessarily just like, there's obviously no upgrade or anything. It's just diskless. So transitioning with that to the competitor side, we have leaks well, I guess it's confirmed now, right?
Yeah, well, so you're talking about the PS5.
Yes.
Yeah, it was actually like an
specs.
official story in Wired, so it wasn't really leaked. This was Sony, I think, very smartly getting ahead of Xbox's announcements of the day by doing an official story.
I don't know if it's smart though. Here's my counterpoint.
Okay.
So, first of all, 8K graphics. I have a whole bunch of. I could go on and on about how that's a scam. First of all, second of all, it shouldn't. This is the first time they're introducing backwards compatibility, so that's awesome for PlayStation fans. But the thing that I was thinking about most was that they revealed that this PS5 was coming with the specs, right? Xbox has not announced what their new generation is, so PlayStation as a whole kind of jumped the gun, because as soon as the PS5 comes out, I guarantee you Xbox is going to do whatever they can to one-up them on the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they kind of showed their cards too early, because of the fact that it's competitive between the two companies, obviously.
Right.
So by revealing all your cards, saying this is what it's going to do, it's not going to come out in 2019, but it's coming. It's in development and it's coming soon. Now Microsoft has an idea of, okay, what do we need to do to make it better than them?
Right.
I'm sure they're already working on next generations. They probably have been for 3 years or whatever.
Yeah, because this one they mentioned was the PS5 has been in development for a while.
Yeah, but now that they know that, they can basically adapt to whatever they need to and create something better.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I mean, it can go a lot of different ways. I think part of the reason why Sony did this, I think, definitely has to do with the fact that they are not doing an E3 presentation this year. So on the one hand, it's like they could announce this stuff whenever they want to, and they mentioned in the article that they've sent out a lot of dev kits already. So people are making PS5 games like right now. The reason like why I say anything at all, I think, is because they're probably expecting those specs to leak anyway, and since they're not doing anything for E3 this year, they're probably thinking like, well, we might as well just, do it on our own terms, on our own time,
Right.
Someone pointed out like that even though they broke down like the specs, they are still like incredibly vague at this point. So they kind of just give you like the general concept of what Sony is thinking for next gen.
My biggest problem with all of the specs, right? So I think it was 8K graphics, an AMD Ryzen, right?
Yep.
And 8-core processor. My mind is immediately going, if you're getting all of that, just build a damn PC. Second of all, what is the price on this thing going to be? It's going to be through the roof because of all of that. Like, I can tell you an AMD Ryzen is not cheap,
Right.
right? So hold on, let me actually pull up the exact price,
Right.
because
Well, while you're talking about
in the
that,
market.
while you're like looking that up, like, well, it's it's like that's what I said about Microsoft selling the 1S at a loss. It's like
Right.
you're probably expecting Sony to sell this thing at a loss of some kind. And then it's a question of like how much of of a loss for them if they're putting this kind of hardware into it. Because like once you pass like the $500 mark, then that's where you can get into the territory of just get a PC.
Let me tell you. So I found a couple of different price points, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the AMD Ryzen 7, right, the 8-core, is $300
Right.
on its own. That's just that.
Right.
How much did the PS4 go for? 300, 350?
Originally, no, it was more than that. Hold on, let me pull it up.
I think it was 350 or 490 or
It was 400 originally.
400. So 399.
And the PS3 was, I think, 500 or 600, which is sort of, again, like that's the point where I'm like, you messed up.
You messed up. Just like at that point, again, I'm biased because I play on PC, but
Yeah.
like if you're gonna put in all of these and graphic intensive features, there's no point for a PS4, in my opinion, because you can get a pre-built for almost the same exact price as that. Like if you're getting upwards of the $600-$700, you're gonna get more out of a PC than you are a console at that point.
The thing that I'm actually like honestly most like excited for is they also said that they're going to be putting a solid state drive in there than your normal hard drive, which to me is like that's amazing, because even the example in the article is about load times in Spider-Man and like how fast Spider-Man can swing through the city because of like load speeds. Like I've played that game, like it feels great, but there are times where like you max out how fast Spider-Man can go because like the game can't load the world any faster. So like that's the thing that's very interesting to me, and I want to see what they can do with it. But they're promising that with this insane processor with
8-core CPU
with this intense graphical ability that can support ray tracing apparently.
Yeah.
Tied in with VR, which I mean that's also probably another reason why they're pushing like the 8K thing is because you need to have such high resolutions for VR. I actually am with you on the 8K thing. That
humans can only see in what is it? Not even 4K.
Well, it's not even that for me. It's like just a matter of diminishing returns, and I used to sell TVs for a living, and this was when 4K TVs were just starting to become good, like the number of times I would put someone in front of two TVs, they'd be like, well, I can't even tell the difference. You know what I mean? Like
it's because humans can only see up to a certain pixelation type,
Yeah. So there are specific use cases, where that matters, but it's like, I guess they're trying to future proof in a way. They're trying to be like, oh, and if this PS5 comes out in 2020 and they wanted to have another 7-year console cycle, and maybe they don't want to have to do an update halfway through that again, they're thinking, okay, well, in 8 years from now 8K might matter, so let's try to get that supported up front.
I'm
realistic.
I'm calling it that if it comes out next year in 2020, it is going to be no cheaper than probably 700.
Yeah, I can't.
And at that point, there's no way in hell I'm getting one.
I can't imagine them like not just like totally killing themselves by making it more than 500. 500, I think, because like such a huge thing around the PS3 and then leading up to the PS4 and being like, what's the price of the PS4 going to be? So much of that was just like you made the PS3 too expensive. It looks like they might have learned with the pricing of the PS4, which again was only $400. I think a lot of times like these console manufacturers like to overestimate, first of all, how big the gaming audience, I guess the paying gaming audience is, and then
They overestimate the loyalty of their
yeah,
fans.
and just how much people want to pay for things in general.
Yeah,
Like they're not going to drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars on this thing, especially when you because I think that's maybe why I feel like we just talk about how great Nintendo is all the time here, but
that's true. Yeah,
I
because
think a big
Nintendo's
part
just the
of
best.
why like the Switch really took off so much was because it was it was a brand new console that was as affordable as its competition. If you look at like its base pricing, it came in $300, which was cheaper than the PS4 when it launched. People at the end of the day just don't have money to spend on all this stuff. When you start shooting for the high end stuff, you're trying to attract high end customers, and at that point, a lot of those high end customers are just going to build a PC. I'm not necessarily going to be the person who even wants to build a PC to play those kinds of games. I would prefer to just buy a console, But if you're making me spend $1,000, like why would I bother?
The sole selling point at this point, once it starts getting into the high end, are the exclusives.
Right.
Like, is there going to be another Uncharted? I don't know because I don't play Uncharted, obviously, since I don't have a PlayStation. Is there going?
Dude,
Well, there is going to be more God of War. Apparently, I think
yeah, they talked about a
that's already
sequel.
announced.
I think the first year of the Switch should be the benchmark going forward for anybody trying to launch a new game console. They launched with Breath of the Wild. They had Super Mario Odyssey within the first year. They had Splatoon 2. They had Mario Kart 8. Like any kind of game that you could want was on it in that first year, along with the fact that they had in Zelda and Mario that year, two of the best games in their entire history. I feel like you need to deliver at least that at this point. Maybe that's too much to ask. That every time new console comes out, you get something as good as the Switch's first year. But if you want someone to drop the money, if you want someone to invest in you right out of the gate, you kind of need to.
I don't think it's too much to ask for because I feel like if you really want to market your system right, if you really want to persuade people, from a pure business standpoint, right? If you really want to persuade people to come to this system is the reason you should play this. You need to have those competitive games because if PS or say Xbox 2, right? If it whatever the hell it's going to be called,
it's going to be a dumb name no matter what.
more than likely. Honestly, I'm sick of the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just come up with something creative, please. Regardless, if the newest Xbox launches with Forza, I don't give a damn. If PS5 launches and it's not going to come with anything but Little Big Planet, which I don't give a damn about. A lot of people do, but if they promise things like, "Oh, God of War is going to be out in the first year," okay. Infamous, what are they on 3?
It would be the third numbered one, but there's technically 4 Infamous games.
Yeah. So the third numbered Infamous game, right? And promises of those kinds of titles, that might be something to persuade me to come that way. Now, on Xbox's side, like I said, with Forza or whatever, they would have to promise a new Gears game that is revolutionary, something that's not just like the previous 2 games that were mediocre at best. You can't really promise Halo because now you're switching to bringing Halo to PC again. So what do you have to offer during that first year of release? Because like you said, the Switch had a phenomenal first year, and I think that should be the staple of how gaming consoles should be revealed.
Right.
Because other than that, what need is there to get it on launch? Why not just wait until the price goes down?
Yeah. Okay, so we went way longer than I thought we were going to go. But like I said, we really apparently had some thoughts on that after we both thought we were not going to have thoughts on that.
Well, I was only going to cover facts, and then we kind of straight off into opinions. So it was like just down spiral.
Yeah.
So
it's because we care. So thanks
yes,
everybody for hanging out. Let us know what your thoughts are on the PS5 specs, the Xbox One SAD, and I guess since we speculated on future Xboxes as well, let us know what you think about that, because we want to hear from you. You know, tweet at us at Brotherly Love G1 on Twitter. Comment on the YouTube video. Just interact. We like to have conversations because we know there's more than just our opinions. We know that. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this one, like the gameplay videos, like the Monday morning news show, and whatever else we feel like coming up with in the future.
More sibling rivalry type.
Yes, we're gonna do more gameplay things. If you're listening on iTunes, thank you. Please give us a review on iTunes so more people can hear about us. Any kind of feedback or anything you want us to talk about, other kinds of content you want to see, like, we're here for it. We're here for it. That's what these sections are for. Check us out on twitch.tv/brotherlyloveg1, where we will be streaming something within the next week.
So quick plug, just picked up Risk of Rain 2. It is a early access game on Steam.
There you go.
I absolutely love it. I unfortunately am going away for this weekend due to the holidays, but when I come back, I am more than likely going to be streaming that every single day because I want to get better at it, and it's kind of like a dungeon runner kind of game. And we're just going to hang out, kind of have fun, probably play with some of my friends.
Cool.
And see how far we get.
Cool. I'm going to do some kind of JRPG soon because I have a couple that I need to work through. And I missed, there was another Tetris Cup last week, but I was on vacation at the time, so I missed it and needed to stream it. So next time one of those comes around, check us out. We'll stream them. So that is going to do it for this week. Until next time, my name is Alex.
And I'm Spence.
And that's it. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.